A new year also comes with new beginnings. Parents have welcomed their bundles of joy in the early hours of 2023 at the Baragwanath Academic Hospital. Heidi Giokos is there with more on the story. Good morning, Heidi. How many babies have we welcomed this morning?
7 babies, 4 boys and 3 girls. Being a girl, I would have preferred it to be more girls, but it's 4 boys and 3 girls that have been welcomed. They were born just after midnight on the 1st of January 2023. Of course, there might be more that will be born, but let's just get more perspective. We are joined by the Health MEC in the province. Thank you so much for your time, MEC. We do appreciate it. Some welcome news, 7 babies. I think this is quite a small number. I think many were expecting a lot more, but maybe just run us through the births that you have seen here at Chris Hani Baragwanath.
No, indeed, we're expecting more, but again, remember, we have now Chabulani Hospital that has eased up the pressure in terms of the babies that we're expecting. But even now, we will still have other babies that are still coming. So we'll update you as time goes on. But usually a month, we go up to 1,450 or to 1,500 babies that we do in Para a month with the capacity that we have. And we want to congratulate the nurses about the work and the doctors on the work that they are doing, because it's not an easy work to deliver a baby and to make sure that those babies are healthy as you can see them.
Just speak to us about some of the advice that you gave some of the mothers. You also mentioned the fact that some of the mothers are quite young, encouraging them to continue with their life plans, their studies, their education.
Yes, I did that because I know that once these children get their babies, they feel that their life stops there. So I was telling them that it's not the end of their life. They must continue going to school, but they must take care of those babies and protect them, and they must see the development of the children. But the first issue that I wanted to raise to them is that before they leave here, they must work with the Department of Home Affairs, because it's in-house here, working with the CEO's office, so that they are able to get all of them their birth certificates. The second issue that they must do is to breastfeed their children, because during that period of breastfeeding your child, you are able to get closer to the development of your child. The other issue is immunization, but that every month they must take the children to the clinic where they can get all these immunizations that they're supposed to get, whether it's polio, is measles, all of them, they are lined up there. There are quite a lot, but every month they must not miss, because that's another mistake that we are doing, of missing those steps of taking our children to get through these injections that they're supposed to get at an early age.
Speak to us about your capacity here at Chris Hani and resources. I know that there are infrastructure challenges, but we'll get to that just now. But in terms of resourcing, I'm going to give a very different example. But yesterday we heard the police minister speaking about under-resourcing and how that remains a challenge. And is that a challenge here when it comes to needing more staff on the ground?
The capacity, the resource that we must do here is the capacity in terms of staff. And Para is one of those that, with the new posts that are coming now, I think acting TTG is here, he can confirm to you. Already we have submitted them to TBSA. We are going to employ, and we want to focus on maternity wards, even in other hospitals. But here it's critical, it's needed, and we have funds. We're going to do that, because like you work even some money on compensation of employees that we must be able to employ, especially where we don't have capacity. And I know even in March, I've already whispered in the minister's ears that in March, when the national government gives us budget, they must allocate something for our capacity of staff in the hospitals, because we're running short of that. I'm sure you have seen, even on the Boksburg explosion, the number of nurses that we are going to have lost there. We are going to need capacity even in that area. So almost every hospital, especially in the maternity wards, they are complaining about the staff. But I was saying again, we need to do a call of making sure that the retired nurses, the retired doctors, they come and train the young ones on how to do things correctly in this process when they are leaving. Those that are leaving next month, there must be specific trainings that we do so that they can hand over before they can leave to the new team that is getting into the hospital. But definitely you will get capacity, they will get capacity.
Okay, I know this might be more of a national question, but the medical Students Association, I think it is, has come out saying that by the end of this month, they will basically be jobless because they have not been appointed. Have you been in discussions with the health minister to try and get more nurses and medical staff on board, especially in Gauteng, given the capacity that you need in this province?
Yes, we did. We did have a discussion. He is looking into that. They are going to assist us. They assured us that it's part of the priorities that they are going to do. Because in Gauteng, we've got quite a number of hospitals. Remember, we have about 37 hospitals in Gauteng, and we have more clinics, which are CHCs, which are community health care community, CHCs, community health centers. I always say community health centers. Yeah, those CHCs are very important because we want to ease up the pressure from our hospitals so that some of them, they can be delivered there. But we need capacity even in that space. But Para, your Steve Biko, your George Mukari, all the big ones, it's our focus now.
And then just lastly, MEC, infrastructure challenges. You did mention that this ward is in the process of being revamped, but not so long ago there were also challenges of copper theft, which of course are really affecting the way that the hospital functions. Are you dealing with these challenges?
We're dealing with them. This ward is going to be fixed. I want to promise you, when you come next year for other Christmas baby event, we will be having a better ward like this because already assessment has been done. The guys are supposed to be on site, but we'll make a follow-up on that. But we are dealing with capacity, with the issue of infrastructure challenges in all our hospitals. But Bara is the biggest hospital, so we can't have Bara that is not taken care of. This is the history of our country, so we are going to protect it. This is the heritage of our country. We must protect this heritage of Bara. So many people have been born in this hospital, and they are concerned too that they don't want to see Bara rehabilitating, going down, whilst government do have resources of renovating them. So it's going to be renovated, I promise you. Come December next year, the 1st next year, it will be a better hospital, especially this ward.
Okay, I'll hold you to it. I'll make
Please,
sure I'm here. Okay.
And I like you because you always help me in this thing.
Great,
You are one person that keeps us on our toes. And I always say, keep us on our toes so that we are able, anything that we say, when everyone is listening, we're able to implement it. Once you are not helping us, you are the key stakeholders. I always say to people, you are our number one critics, but you are our number one fans, because you want to be here and see that there is progress on what government is doing. So we must make sure that where there are funds, we implement that, exactly what is expected by you. We will even take you to other hospitals that we're already renovating. Dr. Monkopane, because I will run around with him, we've been in all the hospitals, we've seen the conditions, where there are wards that we must maintain, we're changing them. I can take you with pride to Sebokeng Hospital. You can see a different hospital as we speak. I can take you to Tshwane District Hospital. You will see a different hospital. And we're changing all of them, their face. I was saying, look at this, there are Christmas things. I said I want a Christmas tree in every hospital. And I'm proud of my CEOs because every hospital, there was a Christmas tree. I'm sure you have seen even at Tambo, that Christmas tree. My heart pains because I knew that they are trying their level best to change the hospitals, because I'm saying when you get into these hospitals, it must like you are getting to a net care. So there's no reason why can't we do that, because even part of the staff that is working here, they work at net care after the work that they are doing here. So why can't we do that? Because people that are running those hospitals are like us as CEOs of our hospitals. So it just needs us, it just needs our commitment to change the whole scenario about hospitals and the clinics in the province. Trust me, we're going to do that. I'm counting months. I always say to people, give me months, because I'm working now. I'm sure I'm more than 14 months that I will be here if I'm not redeployed again. But with the 2 months, is the 3rd month now, on the 7th, that I will be doing. I want to show you my 100 days report, because it must give us change with photos of when we found these hospitals 3 months back and now. And that's what everybody is doing. We're working 7 hours, 7 days a week, non-stop, but we're supporting them. Because another thing that we have not been doing is the support of our clinicians, support of our nurses. We're trying to do that through that wellness program that we have seen. So those are the changes that we want to do to motivate them so that they can see that they are doing something, they belong somewhere. And I want to thank you even for yourselves for coming here, because your presence means a lot to them. It means that you do care. You want to see the work that they are doing.
Thank you so much, MEC. Thank you. We do appreciate it. I think it's very important, the last part that you touched on, the fact that hospitals need to be like a Netcare or like any private healthcare, because it's the most vulnerable in our society that need these services and need to be taken care of. So we'll definitely be holding the MEC accountable and looking at that 100-day report and looking at what has been done to make sure that these hospitals are a space where people want to be treated in. But just to end this report off, 7 babies so far. We'll definitely be getting more reports as to how many more babies were born on the 1st of January 2023.
Thanks so much, Heidi. Some pertinent points being raised there regarding capacity and resource challenges. That was eNCA's Heidi Giokos celebrating with the parents of newborns born this New Year's Day.